Athens has always been ahead of the curve when it comes to energy-efficient living. Ohio's first curbside community recycling program started right here in 1984. And now, some of Athens' local food businesses are leading the charge in a new sustainability initiative. The Village Bakery and Cafe has been one of the leaders in Athens' quest for sustainability for years.
Sustainability was built into our business plan when we began 13 years ago. I guess I started the business to take advantage of all the sustainable growers that were already here and to hopefully increase the number of businesses that were producing food sustainably.
Draped in solar panels and decorated in colorful murals, Village Bakery owner Christine Hughes proudly displays an environmental attitude in her business, and she's not done yet.
When we started to learn about energy, we realized, we could do a lot of those same things. We could start producing local energy, using sustainable means. And so once we found out that we could, we just are trying to take it to the limit. We'd love to be all renewable energy within a couple of years. I think we will.
Her attempts to find the limit have been a big part of what has put Athens among the nation's best in energy sustainability. Athens recently qualified for the semifinals in a national competition run by Georgetown University to find the most forward-thinking and environmentally conscious community in the United States. Hughes and other local businesses have worked closely with Upgrade Athens County, a group of 3 driven individuals who enrolled Athens in the Georgetown competition. Upgrade Athens County Director Sarah Connolly-Ballou sees the opportunity that the competition gives Athens to improve on its environmental reputation.
We really are excited to lay the foundation for a long-term change that will have permanent impacts and carry forward well beyond the 2-year competition.
The winning community receives $5 million, but Athens won't even know if they've advanced past the semifinal round until 2017. Unlike the NCAA March Madness Final Four, the Georgetown competition actually has a final 50 communities. But don't bother trying to fill out your Georgetown competition bracket because the communities don't face each other head-to-head. Scoring is based on each community's self-improvement from the start of the initiative. If Athens shrinks its energy consumption, it gets points. If Upgrade Athens demonstrates community outreach, it gets points. Come up with innovative ways to save energy, get points. One of Upgrade Athens' innovative ideas is working with a program called Green Schools. This would equip local schools with solar gardens or large groupings of solar panels that would provide the school with the amount of power they need. Southeastern Ohio Public Energy Council's Roger Wilkins says this is a 2-part process.
A second aspect to this, which is probably our strongest innovative point, is that we're going to structure the ownership of the solar installation, structure that so that the community surrounding the school owns shares in the solar installation and do it in such a way that they're buying sufficient solar power to offset their electric bill.
Upgrade Athens thinks it seems like common sense not only for the environment, but to save money as well.
If you know that if you leave your laptop charger plugged into the wall for 8 hours and you're not using it, you're wasting money, who's not just going to unplug it? It's simple.
Carol Davies Sayer has a point. There are a lot of simple things people can do to cut back on energy use, but she and the rest of Upgrade Athens County staff realize there are other barriers to achieving energy sustainability. Casa Nueva is another local food business that is committed to going green, but its marketing coordinator, Grace Corbin, says the restaurant has run into some roadblocks bigger than just unplugging a laptop.
The biggest one is not owning our space. If we owned this building, we could do whatever we wanted, and that would be great. That is definitely a challenge.
This problem is not unique to Casa Nueva. Christine Hughes can put up solar panels and use her sustainable wood-burning oven because the Village Bakery is her space. But most of Athens businesses rent their properties. Upgrade Athens is trying to work closely with landlords so that Athens can continue to make headway in this $5 million competition.
We are focusing on finding solutions that work, strategies that make it possible for both the landlord and the tenant to win for better energy efficiency.
In addition to working with landlords, Upgrade Athens has placed a heavy emphasis on working together with these local businesses, making sure this is a communal effort towards sustainable energy through what they call the Green Pathways program. Green Pathways is successful in attracting the assistance of these businesses because it meshes with their ideals.
It's a part of our history. We've done it all forever since we've been open. We feel it's really important to nurture our community and our environment. It's just kind of inherent in what we do. So it wasn't really even a question about should we get involved in stuff like that.
The work that's been put in has Hughes excited not just for the competition, but for what could come from businesses uniting in the name of sustainable energy.
You know, these efforts are driven by the passion of the business owners and the residents that are getting this renewable energy installed, but we have to get to the point where, and I think it's coming really soon, where it's just the grid is renewable energy powered. So that's coming along, and I think Athens is a prime area for that to start. We've already heard that there are solar gardens and solar farms planned for the region. So it's going to be pretty cool when all you have to do to go green is just plug in to the existing grid. I think that's coming really soon.
Because of the motivated and enthusiastic energy advocates in the area, Athens has been able to make it as far as it has in this competition. But Connolly Ballou sees a greater goal.
And the genius of the prize is that the work is really undertaken in earnest for 2 years. So win or lose, we've come away much better off as a community than from that starting point. So it was pretty cleverly designed, I think.
Upgrade Athens sees there will be environmental strides made even in a loss. But this is a competition and the goal is to win. And the staff at Upgrade Athens thinks they know what it'll take to put this town on top.
Exactly what we're doing, frankly. I think we're dedicated to the task, definitely.